Hi everyone, I hope you've been well. If you don't know me already, I'm Jen Zen, an artist, illustrator, animator, and cozy streamer. Nice to meet you. It's been a really long time since I've posted videos here, and I feel like my channel needs a lot of updating as I've created so many new artworks and animations. One of my goals this year is to make more videos, mostly animations and animatics, and the occasional vlog and talking and painting video like this one. Which brings us to today's topic, New Year's reflections and resolutions. I'll be talking about my personal growth and goals for this year, the year of the rabbit, with this time lapse of my moon rabbit painting in the background. I grew so much in the last year, both as an artist and as a person. 2022 for me was a transitional period of finding my footing again and diving back into my passions. So on the surface, it probably didn't look like I was up to much, as most of my progress was invisible. For many years, I felt like I was in a rush and had to be the most productive I could be, which left me becoming burnt out, numb, and I even lost sight of who I was. So, in 2022, my goal was to slow down and be patient with myself, and search for the small things that bring me joy, that will lead me to finding that spark of creative passion again. To let go of my perfectionism and replace it with the idea of everlasting growth and progress. Because whether or not we realize, even our smallest daily choices shape us as humans and our experience of life. Growth isn't always linear, but through our choices and our experiences, we do grow. Oftentimes, it's hard to see the progress we've made as we're always looking forward to our future goals, but it's also important to reflect to see how far we've come. I know I'm a completely different person from who I was even just a year ago, and I'm proud of myself and my progress. I feel my biggest accomplishment last year was learning to fall in love with myself, as cheesy as it sounds, as self-love used to be a foreign concept to me. I feel like allowing myself to fully dive into my passion of creating art is the biggest act of self-love. I've always loved creating art because I've always loved storytelling, especially visual storytelling. It's both a means of self-expression as well as a tool to create new and fantastical experiences. I believe at its heart, the purpose of art is to express emotions that are hard to explain in words. And my art goal of 2022 was to get better at making art that would invoke emotions. Whether big happy smiles, heart-wrenching tears, or melancholy peace, I wanted to create art that made people feel something. And through my practice of composition, I feel like I improved a lot in my art this past year. I know I've still got a long ways to go, but I'm still proud of my growth in 2022. Now, as we're entering a new year, I want to take the lessons I've learned last year and continue working on my personal and art growth. While last year my main focus was learning to be patient with myself, this year I want my core value to be pushing myself to be brave. I believe life is a balance between ease and comfort and bravery and discomfort. We improve ourselves through experiencing both the cozy stillness of life and through pushing ourselves outside of the box to seek new experiences. It's a difficult balance to find, and I'm sure it varies person to person, but I want to be brave and search for my personal balance. While I do have more tangible personal goals for 2023, such as being more physically active, studying and learning new skills, making new friends and deepening friendships, cutting down on procrastination, etc. At the heart of my goals, I want to be brave. Brave enough to take risks and seek uncomfortable or nerve-wracking experiences in order to get closer to living the life I want to live. And so that future me will be able to look back and be thankful and be proud of who I am today. In terms of 2023 artist goals, I have many, but I'll try to narrow it down to 5 main ones. First, I want to do more art studies, especially lighting practices. I did a few art studies during last October, and I feel studies such as anatomy, perspective, and color studies drastically improve my eye for art, and I can see the improvement almost immediately in my newer illustrations. So I really want to do more studies in 2023, focusing more on dynamic and realistic lighting, as well as gesture drawings. As I've said earlier, I want to draw out more emotion in my artwork, and improving my lighting as well as gesture I'm sure will go long ways to help. For my second goal, I want to develop at least one longer form personal project with original characters. While I do really enjoy creating fan art, I want to push myself this year by tackling a longer form art project, using entirely an original story. And I have a few half-written stories from years past that I still do want to flesh out. I don't know yet if it's going to be a comic, an animatic, or even a children's picture book type form. All I know is that I want to draw it. Thirdly, I want to make more animatics in general this year. Through drawing so much last year, I found that while I enjoy drawing illustrations and comics a lot, I immerse myself completely when I'm drawing animatics or animations. There's just something about the movement of the images that really lights up that storytelling part of my brain. So I hope to post many animatics and animations to this channel this year. 4. I want to get more eyes on my art. I've grown my Instagram and TikTok and even Twitch a lot last year, and I hope to continue doing the same this year. For me, the speed at which my social media grows doesn't matter so much as long as I feel I'm building a cozy, supportive community. One of my biggest goals this year as a creative is to table with my art at conventions and markets. I've never tabled with my art before, so it will be a completely new experience. To be honest, I'm nervous. I won't even be accepted by conventions to table at their events, since I don't have prior experience to show for. But I think these are good nerves. It's always a bit scary to try something new, and that's where the bravery bit comes in. You can't really be brave unless you're a bit scared. 5. I want to draw a lot more in general this year of what I want to draw, not what I think the social media algorithm wants to see. This is a goal that I had last year as well that I stuck to and would like to continue following. With the way social media's numbers and algorithms and trends work, it can be very consuming to keep up with them. Personally, I want to focus on creating what I enjoy creating, because when it's something I'm passionate about, then I can pour my heart into it. Even if an artwork I spend 10 plus hours on, what's most important to me is not the numbers, but whether or not that art piece felt fulfilling to make to me. A sixth goal, which still kind of counts as an art goal or a creative goal, is that I want to pursue other creative ventures. I want to learn more creative skills outside of what I know, which at the moment is primarily just drawing. For example, I really want to learn how to edit videos, maybe learn how to create Foley sounds, as well as learn to crochet and sew. One big creative goal for me this year is to make at least one cosplay myself from scratch, because I think I would really enjoy that process and find it fulfilling. My biggest goal for 2023 is to be able to look back on this year and be proud of my growth as an artist and as a person, which really means I want to be able to look back and say, yes, I did try my best. I will always try to find joy in the little things, like how the morning light shines through the leaves on the trees, the smell of freshly brewed tea, the softness of my dog in rabbit's fur, and the comforting sound of my clacking keyboard, and to the fleeting time spent with friends and family. I want to thank you so much for your support this past year, as I couldn't be here without y'all. You've helped me build confidence in myself and in my art, and that means the world to me. I wish you all the best, and may you grow to new heights this year and experience many joyful and peaceful moments. And should the day ever come that we are not together, you will continue to shine like gold in my memories. Thank you for being here. I'll be cheering you on as always from this little corner of the internet. Love, Jen Chuan Zen.